Conversation with Web Channel Politics in Color, powered by BitCentral, Globecast, Lakon Media, and Aza Group.
We're back. We are back here at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Wilmer Leon, Derek Kennedy, Jonathan Clark, Brian Jenkins. We've had a wonderful, wonderful experience, I believe. We've covered so many various areas. We've spoken to representatives from media from China. We've talked to representatives of Latinos for Trump. We've had Christian rappers, quite a vast array of individuals talking about a vast array of issues. Dara?
Yes, as today is day 4, the last day of the convention, I think Politics in Color has done an amazing job this week trying to bring you varying opinions, personalities, and of course most of it was pro-Trump because we are in their home as they are, they nominated their president. We all knew that was going to be Donald J. Trump, but the surprise was J.D. Vance as his running mate, which will go up against, Vice President Kamala Harris. So I think that was the surprise of the week, but we did our best to bring you as much information as possible, and we're going to keep bringing it to you. So stay with us all the way through Chicago and beyond, which is just in a few weeks, the Democratic National Convention.
And I'm already looking forward to that convention, to the DNC convention. All ears and all eyes are already trained on that right now because of the news today that President Biden appears to be leaning much closer towards exiting the campaign. And I think, one of the here with respect to the Republican National Convention, one of the things that Donald Trump is expert at is the ability to market and to get the attention and to keep the eyeballs on him. And I think intentionally or otherwise, this may be one time that President Biden might have bested him at his own game. More people will be talking about President Biden tomorrow morning, I guarantee you, than they're talking about President Trump and former President Trump and what happened at this convention. And so he's managed either intentionally or strategically or just by happenstance to grab the messaging coming out of this. And we'll see how that affects whether Trump gets any bump, a big bump, or no bump at all.
Well, I will say I've learned an immense number of things during this first conference that I've been to, but I can tell you, depending on your point of view, you might say it was promising or apocalyptic, depending on your point of view. But I would say, for whatever you think about this, get involved, be a part of the process, learn the process, and get out there and vote, because that will make a difference.
So let me say to you all, on behalf of my esteemed colleagues here, politicsincolor.com, politicsincolor.com. This is where you come for the information. You want to stay in the conversation, it's right here at politicsincolor.com. We will see you in Chicago.
What makes America great, who we are. And I hope and believe he'll draw a real contrast between where we were just 4 years ago and where we are today. The classic question in any election is, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? And in that instance, look, unless you happen to be a big tech billionaire or a Mexican drug lord, and by the way, if you're either of those, you probably ought to vote Democrat because your life has gotten much better. There has been no better friend to Mexican drug lords than Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. But for everyone else, whether it's inflation or crime or open borders or 2 simultaneous wars or rabid anti-Semitic protests at college campuses, America's gotten worse. And I hope President Trump, and I believe he will present a positive image for this country. We can go back, we can do it again. And by the way, I'll say all of the corporate media that is giving apocalyptic stories, I looked outside and there are all these mobile bumper stickers of, dictator, authoritarian dictator. Look, you don't have to hypothesize what happens if Trump is president. He was president for 4 years. We know what happened. And what we saw was the lowest unemployment in 50 years, the lowest African American unemployment ever recorded, the lowest Hispanic unemployment ever recorded. We saw the border more secure than any time in our lifetimes, the lowest illegal immigration in 45 years, and we saw peace and prosperity. Instead of wars erupting all over the globe, we saw the Abraham Accords being signed, and we saw Arabs and Jews sitting down in harmony. That has never happened in our lifetime. And it is the result, I believe, of a strong commander-in-chief. The chaos we have right now is the result of a weak commander-in-chief.